Hi, I'm Gene Simmons.
I'm Paul Stanley.
And we're Kiss.
And you are watching Amanda Reddington on Monsters of Rock.
Right here.
And she's hot.
Kiss and lick it up. Hello, Mick.
Hello,
how are you, dear?
All right. Licking it up.
Yeah. Hey, listen, what about this new competition?
20 years.
Yeah,
and his voice sounds young. His voice definitely sounds young.
Yeah. So it's a goodie.
It's a goodie. Now, this is a great one. This is the brand new album from Kiss.
Hooray,
and this is called Asylum. Now, Kiss are huge all over the world, and I'd imagine quite a few people out there might have already heard a bit of this. It's their best album for ages. They had a really weird period at the start of the 80s when they started getting into disco and things like that. Well, last year they did Animalize, which was a real back-to-metal classic, and they've taken it one step further with this. I'd actually go as far as to say this is the best album they've had out in the last 5 years. They are coming back to Britain and Europe. When, we'll never know, because they have a hard time making up their minds, these boys. They love America so much, they never seem to leave it. But it's a great album, anybody can buy it, and I thoroughly recommend you do.
Kiss Asylum. Actually, it's an amazing coincidence, because we've got Kiss coming up now with Tears Are Falling. Kiss and Tears Are Falling. Isn't he camp? Don't you think, Paul Stanley?
He's an animal, Amanda. You can't call him camp.
What are you going to review now?
All right, now, this, I would say, fans, is the best.
And now it's my great pleasure to welcome Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons from Kiss. Hello, guys.
Hey, it's good.
Hey. Welcome. I know you came over especially just to see me in the Skylab, of course, you know.
You know, we kept hearing all about you, and we heard about your eyes and your cheekbones.
Bless him, he can come back.
Yeah, we said, hey, let's come into this spaceship, right?
Yeah, here we are, back again, the same spaceship.
So what have you been up to then? Come on, since the release of Asylum.
Well, what have we been doing? Basically, what we did is we toured for quite a while, and when we tour, it's kind of like we do a living diary, and we take all little names and numbers, and we change those around, and then we write songs, and we put them on records, and... a
sort of a sexual itinerary, if you will.
I see. So you're actually going to go back on the road again now?
We're getting ready to. Basically, we came over, besides to see you, we thought we'd come over and get on, say hello to all our friends, you know, that we couldn't see before we tour. And then go back to America and start a tour.
Do you think you'll do a UK and European tour soon?
Maybe later on in the year.
Yeah?
First, we've got to hit the United States. We haven't been there in a while. We just met, but don't make much of this.
That's right. We're going to be on a wedding cake together if this keeps up.
Going back to Asylum, now it's self-produced, you two produced it, as you did Animalize.
Right.
Yeah. Why aren't you sort of tempted to use these big-name producers like...
We are big-name producers.
Apart from...
Well, you got to figure that it's kind of like management. We don't have management because anything at this point would be mismanagement. You know, nobody can understand what we're all about better than us. So to have some guy come in and basically try to interpret what we're doing means that they would dilute and distort what we're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever we do, and we're just going to keep doing it. If people like it, they can go out and listen and buy it and whatever. Otherwise...
And you do it well.
That's what we've been told. That's what you told me before the show.
I did.
She said I did it well.
Now, keep the secrets quiet. Now, what about the makeup? Now, because you had makeup, and that's where you were known in the 70s. Very, very sort of colossal amount of makeup, really. I had to bring this up.
I knew it.
And there were Kiss dolls, and there were Kiss comics, and all sorts. Why did you stop? I know you wanted to give it up a year before you did, in fact.
The truth is that we wanted to show everybody how pretty we were without it.
Yeah?
Yeah, our mothers were saying, you know, you're such good-looking boys. Why don't you show everybody, you know? So we decided it was time to, you know, you respect what you've done in the past, but you want to keep going forward. And I don't think anybody would want to feel that they have to wear the same clothes they wore 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, you retain who you are, but at the same time you want to be free to just keep going forward.
That's right. Have your fans changed since you've sort of left the makeup off?
They're knickers or what?
The youngers. Are they younger or...?
They're both. They're new fans or old fans. The older fans have gotten older, and the younger fans are just new fans.
I hear you get a lot more women on the road as well now.
Either that or the guys are throwing brassieres on stage. It's one or the other, but something's happening.
Are you sex symbols now?
I don't know. You know, I kind of see Kiss concerts are basically like window shopping. You know, the girls show up at the shows and they look at the merchandise and then they come back to the hotels and claim it. You know, it's kind of like Christmas every day when Kiss is in town.
It's either that or they've got to come back to the hotel and claim their underwear. There's a lot of it that flies up on the stage. Not from the guys. From the
I think you're sex symbols. All right, then. Well, what about your video? We're going to look it up in a moment. Do you enjoy doing videos?
We love it. Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, basically, it's a lot of fun. The whole idea in doing a video is just trying to give people another way of seeing us that's palatable, as you would say.
Palatable.
And, you know, something that gives them a chance to see us doing something other than what they normally see us doing. Look it up.
This is incidentally a very beautiful spaceship. I haven't
you
seen
like
one,
this?
I haven't seen one quite like this.
This is amazing. You know,
You've been around. Have you looked around? We've got bedrooms, we've got a kitchen.
You and I know about that, don't we?
Keep it quiet. Let's have a look at your video. This is Kiss, and look it up. Okay, 20 years, 2 decades your career has spanned over, okay?
Yes.
Now, you've made, what, some 20 albums. Gene,
yes.
Pay attention.
I'm watching your beautiful imagery.
We're in a spaceship right now, in case you didn't know that. Right now, look up in the sky. Hey! See, we're looking. Hello!
Wave to us. So, if you had... You've thrown me. If you had to...
Look, it's London Bridge.
Say if someone hadn't asked...
Oh, didn't they show that?
Hadn't heard your video, hadn't heard your music, right? Never heard of Kiss, okay, which is stupid because everybody's heard of Kiss. Okay, somebody hadn't heard of Kiss. What album of yours do you think, out of your sort of 20 albums, would you think you'd like him to hear?
Which album?
Yeah, to represent you.
Right now, Asylum. Every album is a diary of where you are and what you do and who you've been with. Almost a sort of a sexual diary.
Diary.
So everybody you've met, everything you've done is sort of capsulized in little songs. And so right now, they're probably the best Kiss album is Asylum.
Right.
You always want people to know what you're up to lately. You know, I think it's real important that people bone up on the history of Kiss. You know, you got to listen to Alive, you got to listen to Destroyer, the first Kiss album. But, you know, you want to know what we've been doing lately. So that's why you've got to get Asylum.
So that
ASYLUM.
And we're going to play it to death on here. So do you miss wearing the makeup, Paul?
Actually, you know, I mean, it was great when it was. I don't really miss it. It's kind of something that I look back on, I enjoy, you know.
Did you do your own makeup, you two?
I did his and he did mine.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
So, like, if music sort of failed, if it started getting a bit slack, you could always sort of be makeup artists or something.
Oh, yeah, you see?
think you could do me?
Yeah, I could do you anytime. Hey, it's just like...
Yes, good. Okay. Perhaps you should stick to making records. Boys, thank you very much for coming to see me. It's all wonky. Thank you for coming to see me, Paul Stanley. Gene Simmons. Kiss.
Roger Daltrey.
Kiss and Tears Are Falling. Hello, dear.
Hello, Amanda.
It's record review time.
It sure is.